Hello everyone, I'm Samantha Trader and welcome to my channel. Today we will have a look at the trading strategy on fractals. But just before we start, I'd like to remind you that if you want to change your life and start earning money, text me on Telegram. Check many free signals and much more. You can find the link in the description. So let's get back into the fractals. Nothing complicated again. The down arrow means down and the up arrow means up. Basically, if we go so deep here, then as much there will not be any strong information, just a bunch of terms how it is calculated. What is it in general? So we will see just an arrow that simply indicates to us further price movement. Basically all that is, the main feature here is that it shows up or down. There is a formula that calculates everything. We will not try to make sure if it works or if it doesn't work. We see that we have false inputs and more than once, that is in two places, it already shows the wrong movement here. The correct input was here on the arrow. We put an increase on the increase, and the only thing I see is that we need to trade for at least 5 minutes. We will record such video for 5-minute transactions, and let's find a currency pair where we have something starting. There are a lot of false inputs here. It shows us to put it down, but it's not very pleasant to put it down here. Basically the chart is moving down. I believe in it. Let's put it down here. 5-minute deal is open, so let's watch. So it's just certainly a minus, so let's say, we said as an indicator shows us why it goes down. Well, I roughly thought that we at least need to put candles longer. Maybe it would be better to see, well, again, this indicator is just to see how it works, but again, as far as this is a truthful input, so we can see that every time the level gets lower and lower, that is, there is no logic to go up here. I don't understand why this indicator tells us to go up. Then again, it tells us to go down, although the upward trend just went down a little bit and rises up again. I don't understand how truthful this indicator is in general. It says so little. It says which way we should put it in theory. We should generally, in its opinion. The brain should be turned off, and if someone works with this indicator, be sure to write in the comments. It will be very interesting to listen to this, but I don't want martingale in this video with such an indicator. It seems to me that I shouldn't. I can normally get in this way, so we will not use martingale here. Here we will put on a decline, as the indicator says. We have opened a deal for another 5 minutes. So here we have a plus, but now it's still in the minus, that we lost $200 and earned 168. So we will look for another currency pair and hope for the best, but how else in any other way here? We are told to put on an increased. So we will do as the indicator shows us. We will put on an increase for 5 minutes. The deal is open, so let's look. It like this, we have a minus again. Well, I do not know, that is mostly likely a beginner will not be able to trade with such an indicator. Here you need to use it in any other way. Just putting on it makes no sense. Well, how many false inputs it gives us? For example, I see now what it looks like, but it's terrible. That is probably, even if I trade with these indicators in the negative, I'll still post this video to show you clearly on my personal example that this indicator is clearly not for beginners who have just decided to try their hand well, who have just decided to practice. So you can go try it yourself. On the other hand, there are people who watch me and they know how to work with this indicator. So make sure to write in the comments. I will be very interested in what kind of bundle maybe used to use it, how exactly it comes in handy to you. I will be very interested, and if I'll see something interesting, I'll test this indicator, as a person will write how how to work with it, but my task is to show you. For example, you would go in and see a video about this indicator and think this is the indicator that I want to trade with. They start trading and that's what you would encounter. If you see a green arrow up and the chart goes down, that is what, as far as I need to put here. For what period so far, it is honestly not clear that we have not very good trading going on yet. I will not use martingale and I'm not going to use it. It is not the situation in which we could use it. Here we will open a deal for a decrease, and if there is a minus, we will have to change the strategy, and this is not an option. And after each transaction, I do not want to continue working with this indicator, but I had to show it to you, and then it's up to you to decide. Let's look at our plus. Well, such swings are certainly not very cool. I'm trying to figure out when the indicator is more correct. It gives an entrance, but here it was necessary to put it on the downtrend when it is necessary to start using your brains and not to put in it. It's just a stupid way where the error shows, but you also need to understand the situation yourself. Probably so. Well, so far plus, but still in the minus. We're still losing more than we earn. After all, we have a swing going minus plus minus plus. Here we lost 200, here we earn 168, we lost 200, we earned 174, that is, we lost 100 and earned more than 300. So let's look for something then. Well, we need to somehow correct the head. I do not see any other option here, so that is, we have some kind of reversal here and our fractal tells us to put it down. Well, I don't want to put it down. There was such a good pullback and then the movement started going to the top. Okay, here again it tells us down. Actually the graph is moving down. It can be seen here, down, 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 reversals, levels are not broken down again. That is here you can have a similar situation like this. The movement is more horizontal. It may reach here again. It may not break through the level and roll back down. Now is not the best time to bet, so let's keep going further. Also, the situation is not very steep, but here's an interesting moment we had here for a long time. The trend was going up, but it turned around and goes down. The only thing that worries me here is that there are already two large candles here. That is, anything can happen now. If we could put and bet it right here, it would probably be right to enter more correctly than now in the deal. So let's know how we'll do it. We still check the indicator on such large candlesticks. How true it will be, it's not clear. If there will be some kind of rollback, I don't know. On the other hand, now we'll put the deal and we'll go, and for now let's put it down and let's look for something else. Here the indicator says to put it up, but the chart goes down. Here it says to put it down on the chart, went up. What to believe is not clear at all. It also says to put it down. Well, I don't know. It is likely that this indicator should be used at least for half-hour deal. Maybe it works well in this regard. Maybe the longer the candle is updated, that is, the time frame is at least 15 minutes. Maybe we will show good deals then, but no. We also see a false entry. It says to increase, but the chart goes down. Yeah, let's look at the increase for 30 minutes. Then yes, it says to increase, went down, says to increase, but it's not going anywhere. The situation is so stupid. The indicator is not very cool. By the way, here you can try to lower it. Let's do it here. $200 to lower it. The deal is open. Let's see what here happens. While we're waiting in this video, I'll review it, or it's my mistake and I put it in the wrong place. But in my opinion, it was red. No, it was red and told us to go down. Wait, we paid attention to this, but here we have a new fractal formed. So let's say, and it tells us to put it on top, and here it popped up with us, and here is a minus. Okay, the deals are open, so let's move closer and see what happens. So here we have plus. Our test daily went into the negative, and what happened here? That is, it changed very often somehow. I do not know if it is not correctly calculated, that is, if the time of the transaction is more accurate and how we have candles updated. But it was some kind of nonsense. We need to review the situation on the video, but the main deal went into the plus. But we are still in the minus, that is $200, $450. We lost 300, well, somewhere around 400. Well, not a big minus, but it's still not nice to trade with this indicator. I don't know about you, so what do I tell you? I suggest switching quickly to a minute turn of this indicator and set it for 1 minute according to the trend. Nothing complicated. The main thing is on time, and that's it. And so now we will beat off this minus. That's how it should be done, guys. How simple it is when you rely only on yourself and not on the indicator. You need to study patterns, to study trading in general. That is, well, this is with experience only here. The plus was clear. There were some not pleasant calculations, but we did it profitably more or less in this video. It turned out well. So 2.5, same minus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus. Well, here we are just got out of. So let's say we did well. Yeah, it worked out. It's not a simple indicator. I didn't like it. I had to use a martingale to bet profitably. So I hope you'll put this video a like, cause I did so much effort. So that's all for today. Thank you so much and bye.